Good evening. It's Tuesday, the 5th of January, 2021. Diane Hans bringing you Book for the Day. Human Crossings. 9 stories about refugees. And yesterday, I started to read to you a story entitled A Treasure, which was written by Clara, olde Heuvel. And we'd got to the part in the story where Obabu had reached Tripoli. Now he had to look for a place to live. He didn't know where to go. He was new here. He also had to look for a job, save for his up-and-coming journey to Italy. He knew that was going to cost another $3,000. Tripoli was huge. It was a port city, very industrial. He could smell the smog. He was wandering through the market, constantly looking around. It was midday. The sun was at its hottest. He felt the sun burning his face, the sweat drops rolling down his cheeks. This was too hot for him. He had to look for some shade. He saw a tailor's shop on his left, a grocery shop on his right. Next to that was a butcher. Meat was hanging on hooks in the full heat of the morning sun, covered in flies. It looked disgusting. He went into the grocery shop and bought some mangoes with his last cents. His stomach hurt from the hunger. His mouth felt dry. While walking out of the store, he heard brisk footsteps venomously behind him. Suddenly, he felt a hand touching his left shoulder. He turned round and saw a tall man with a beard and a keffiyeh looking at him. "Young man, where are you from?" "I could do with some help in my shop," the man said. "What do you mean?" "I need someone to help me in my grocery shop during daytime," the man replied. This might be a good opportunity, Obabu thought. "What are the hours and wage?" "It will be from 4 a.m. till 7 p.m. I will pay you $15 a day if you do your best." The man smiled. "Be here tomorrow morning at 3:45 so that I can explain your task to you before you start. What's your name anyway?" "Obabu." He felt fortunate to have found a decent job in a grocery, while he had heard others were sold on the slave market in Libya by daylight. Through this boss, he got introduced to a wealthy family. They needed a cleaner and a cook. He could live in their house while working for them. Obabu didn't think he was respected by Arabic people. They looked down on him because of his colour. He had been beaten up a few times. He was being shouted at and degraded in front of others. One incident which he remembers well, and tomorrow you can find out what the incident was that he remembered. Human Crossing's 9 stories about refugees can be found on Amazon, and it can also be found on our Facebook page. Until tomorrow, Diane Hans.